a chance for Omar potentially tomorrow. That role has been back up to Erling, has always been quite difficult for people because don't always get the chance to play as a number 9. How's Omar adjusting to that, and is it beneficial that he can play maybe a few more positions than others?
He was for the long injury, we come back, and Omar and Erling can play together. So we need a winger, proper winger in the side, so there are players that can evolve better. But we need the players close to Erling in the gaps between fullbacks and central defenders, between position to second position, and need intensity. Omar is the best. If we need the players close to the box, to there, Omar is the best that we have alongside there. But we need more players in the pockets, more in smaller spaces, more control. And the other one, there are another ones that are better. So it depends on what we need in the teams. We need maybe sometimes in the moment, like with last season, that the fullbacks wide and the wingers inside, he stop.
But obviously he can't replicate exactly what Erling does, so it's an opportunity as well for the players around him to learn more about him in the number 9 role potentially.
He can play number 9 potential as well. He can play number 9, so the numbers Erling is so important, it's impressive, and he scored many of the goals we score, but when we need goals, that is sometimes is the case. Omar is important, he's been back. Look, the few minutes arrived for less than 1 inch is offside and make the action we could equalize against Aston Villa. So Omar had this quality, but still is young and still have a margin to improve.
Hi Pep. There's been a few statistics come out today about the league the Premier League as a whole, that there's fewer goals being scored per game than there has been in the last 10 years, and the ball is only in play for like 55 minutes a game. Now I know you always say that everyone's able to play however they want to play tactically, but as someone who loves the game, are you looking at the division and going, this is not the same as it was, not as entertaining?
No, the football is the same, 11 against 11, the same width. It just evolves, like it's always the process since appear, I don't know when it started, centuries and 40s, 50s, 17, 80s, evolve in details. That is normally in the people he has through. He use every throw in like a corner and put 10 players there in the box. We saw the game against, we suffer, when we play in Brentford or Liverpool, Liverpool, we were in the hotel and showing how every action, Koyade put the ball in the box, and after Koyade was man of the match. So today is a football, like the third pieces is a threat, but yeah, it's another part, like you can say, tactic, defensive, offensive, and many aspects than they are. And of course we are working on it or pay attention on it, but and at the end I have the feeling that as much you could play, you can see less corners and less throw-ins, and we concede a lot of corners. For example, against Arsenal, we didn't concede a goal. It's just because we didn't control the game. We controlled the game. I remember a long time ago with Sean Dyche in Burnley that Burnley was an incredible threat in the long balls, second balls. Sean Dyche is one of the best by far doing these kind of aspects. So it's not new. He did it before, or Sam Allardyce. I remember I was not here, Stoke City. Remember Stoke City when make a throw there? It happened in that time, so it's not new. Now it's just more teams doing that, but before maybe Stoke City was the exception. I remember I was in Barcelona, and by me I don't remember, listen to Arsene Wenger talk about going playing Stoke City is but now happen a lot of time. But I remember within Burnley, like was tough, we concede one corner maybe, or not even one corner. Why? Because we were controlling the second balls, our pace and our control was much. In this kind of games, the best way to defend is in that way. But I think for that you have to be good in a lot of aspects, that we are working on it. And I will, until the end, I will continue to work mainly in our game. And sometimes, of course, adapt. When they have to do it, we adapt in Brentford incredibly well. James make an incredible job seducing our players how should defend this kind of action. We did unbelievable. The same in Arsenal. And in the same time, when we have our threats and our chances to kick free kick corners, to try to be more productive, that we are doing.
But most of the division have sort of seen set pieces work for a team like Arsenal, for example, and I want to follow that. But you're sort of saying that you would still rather stick to how you want to.
Every manager do what I believe. Of course, I'm not concerned, but I'm focused on that. I want to goal scorers in free kicks and corners. Of course, I'm not naive of that. I want it. But when I spend time what do you have to do to play better and defend better and make up better and attack better and create the chances and the 1-against-1 in front of the keeper score goals, and defensively you have to be more aggressive in the duels and all the aspects that I see the game, that of course I pay attention, but I know I'm not the manager to try to what I have done all my career. So, and now of course when the opponents were not good and is a threat like Spurs, like it happened Thomas Frank with Brentford and now with the Spurs, the scored 3 goals, 2 goals was in set pieces, and the goal disallowed for Everton was in corner again. So all 3 goals, 1 disallowed, 2 was set pieces. It's a reality. I said naive to say I don't pay attention. Of course, I don't want to consider goals, and most of the goals come from there, for these kind of actions. And the people, I'm pretty sure, spend a lot of time there. The goal we conceded in Aston Villa was a corner, and another chance we have Aston Villa was a corner. And the other chances was one transition and because we didn't control well the positions like it happened in Al Hilal in the World Cup, but the rest we were really, really good in Aston Villa. So I know that. I know it's important situation, the reality. Maybe it didn't happen when I arrived, maybe against Burnley or maybe when the team didn't happen, and now it's a fact. And of course you have to pay attention with that. But still, I dream to work a lot and play. When they have the ball, what they have to do. When we have the ball, what they have to do.
Hi, Pep. Excuse me. Will any academy players be involved in the match tomorrow? Are you able to say which ones might get?
Divine come with us.
Yeah.
Mukasa, yeah.
Okay. And how does it work that when you come to selecting players from the academy, because they've got a game tonight, haven't they? How do you kind of go about?
I remember the past with Brian Diaz, with Cole Palmer, with I don't know, Morgan, but there are many players, Dawson, many players since I arrived at the academy in this competition play a lot, and it's an incredible opportunity. To that I would love to have, more players in the academy than could help. In the last game against Huddersfield, 2 brothers play some minutes with us, so it's really good that competition for that.
And Ryan McKay, who's been playing particularly well for the under-21s, is he someone that's on your radar that you've seen?
Yeah, he's in the radar. Yeah, absolutely. We call it today. Like I want to show. We show personally but publicly our condolences for his family because his father passed away last days, and he's in his country to make the funeral, and Colo is completely in touch with the academy, not just for the second team, for the other teams.
You mentioned, Pep, about maybe Omar and Erling playing alongside each other more often than maybe people think. Is that a reaction to the way that teams are setting up against you, that maybe you think that 2 alongside each other could be more effective going forward?
To in terms of offensive, the goals and so on. Yeah, absolutely. You see the chances we had against Everton, and we have against Everton 7 1 against Pittsburgh 7. Against Villarreal we had in the first minutes 2 chances and a lot as well and of course it is so every player has his own talent, and in the dribbles nobody's better than Doku, but in goals Omar is better than Doku, and Doku is better than Omar. It's not criticism one or the other one, it's the skill, it's the quality. And to score goals we need Doku, but to score goals we need Omar. But all of them they have to defend, and in the central position that you fight against Onanas and Camaras, and this balance to find the creative players to score goals, but after that you have to go to there and win the duels. And when you put the players to win the duels and be aggressive in the midfielder, you lose the creativity up front. And it's the balance is we are running and we are working and we are smelling what the team really needs.
Thank you, Ron.
Done? Yeah. Oh, thank you, guys. You travel to Swansea or not? You travel to Swansea or not? No,